These nickel boxes aren't going to hunt themselves. So let's go ahead and do a nickel hunt today. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and that's right, I've got a couple of boxes of nickels sitting up here. I figured I would just go ahead and hunt these two. I've got one from B of A and one from Wells Fargo. Now, we're not going to do a battle of the banks in this one. I'm just going to hunt 100 rolls and see if we can score anything cool, like some Buffalo nickels, some Nic-A-Date or semi-Nic-A-Date Jeffersons, hopefully some Silver War nickels, and any varieties that we can find. Now, I've already checked. These are circulated nickels. I can see from the holes in the bottom from the B of A box. And when I pop the top of the Wells Fargo box, once again, I can see we had circulated nickels. Now, I didn't spend a lot of time scrutinizing every single ender, but I can tell you I did not notice any buffaloes or silvers or anything cool on top or the bottom of this box. That being said, we have the other enders to look for and any enders that we could find. I'll open this box live because it hasn't been opened yet, and we'll do that in a second. But as a reminder, if you're interested in my coin roll hunting mat or my scope or anything I use during my videos, I have links for those down below. Now that we've said all that, let's get a live opening of this B of A box. All right, we've got the B of A box sitting right here. Let's go ahead and crack the top of this. Always exciting opening the box for the first time to see if we have a cool ender. I didn't do a very good job of tearing it, but doesn't matter. We got it open anyway. So I see some damaged coins, but I don't see any amazing enders. This one is an odd color, but it's probably just in the 70s or 80s. That's all I can see, and this one's pretty shiny right here, so it's also roll number 1. So I'll be excited to get into this roll and see what we got here. Looks like it's just going to be a shiny 64. Should have known. All right, you guys know the drill. I'll start hunting the rolls, and I'll loop you in if I come across something worth filming. Roll number 8 of the first box, and I see we have a 1941 San Francisco. And I'm going to keep you here because I think this one might be old as well. It's got an S mint mark, and it's a 1940S. So the two first finds of the box, other than this 57 Denver, are San Francisco minted 1940 and 41 Jefferson Nickels. We'll take that. Good start. Finally on the board. 8 rolls in. Roll number 10. We've got another 40s nickel. This is a 1949 Philadelphia. Not a bad date. I wish it would have had the S, then it would be a semi-key. But still a 1949P in decent shape. We'll add it to the board. Roll 13. Trying live openings every once in a while, just see if we can catch something lucky. Kind of an odd edge there. And look at that. We've got a war nickel. It's got a Philadelphia mint on it. 1945 Philadelphia. I will be checking the reverse for some doubling. Give me a second. I'll put it under the scope, and I'll let you know if I see anything. So we've got the 45P under the scope, and there is no doubling on 5 cents and Monticello. You would see it pretty easily, especially on the O in Monticello. But I did notice it's a pretty good lamination error right there. Got a nice crack running across it. Those don't fetch any additional value for those, really. A little bit more value, but I'm just stoked that I got a Silver War nickel and caught it live. We'll take that. Good silver find early in the box. Roll 21. Both ends have an ugly modern nickel. Anything good inside? A 51 Denver. I say Denver, they almost always are. No, a 51S. I'm so used to seeing 51Ds, I never see 51S's. And for those wondering, a 51S is a semi-Nic-A-Date coin. So we will take that all day. Tried to call it, called my bluff. Semi-Nic-A-Date, not in bad shape. Hunting roll 22, and we've got ourselves a 1946 Philadelphia. You know what I'm going to say. 1 year off silver. Roll 24. See if we can catch something else live again. Possibility. Just an 82 with some crazy Tony. Threw me. Oh. We do have a Canadian. 1988. Add that to the board. And if there's something else, I'll bring it back or I'll see you on the next roll. Roll 31, and we've got a 1949 from Philly again. Not a Denver, so we can't check for the 1949 D over S. For those wondering, I am opening the rolls live, and if I don't see a war nickel or a buffalo, I'm deleting the clip and then hunting the roll. Just thought I'd bring that up, trying to catch something live for you guys like we did on that war nickel. We'll keep doing that format and see how this video flows. If you like me doing that, please drop me a comment down below. Otherwise, we can go back to the regular filming of just showing you the finds as I find them. Let's get back to the hunt. Roll 45 of the box. Can we find a buffalo before the box is through? Well, we did find a 1942, non-silver it looks, and non-minted in Denver. It's a Philadelphia. So can't check for the 42D over horizontal D, but I'll take a transition year nickel any time of the day. So the B of A box has been hunted, all 50 rolls. We had 14 in the 50s, 7 in the 40s, which is 21 finds, not too bad. We also added a Canadian and 109, minted in Denver, not in the best shape. And overall, not a bad hunt. As far as my favorite finds, found a really nice 1955 Denver. Too bad it wasn't a 55 Philadelphia, because that would be a semi-key date, and in that condition, that would be awesome. The other good finds, a 51S semi-key date. Not in the best shape, but not in terrible shape either. And then, of course, you saw it live. Loved finding a 45p war nickel. More silver for the silver jar. Now that we've got box 1 done, let me clean up the top and we'll get into box 2. And I won't be recording live all of the openings for this box. All right, let's try box 2 now. Roll 4 of box 2, and we're going to get another Canadian, I believe. Yep. This one, 1983. Roll 5, box 2, or roll 55 of the hunt. And we have found a mint air. You guys see it. 1981 Philadelphia die cut. It's not that big, but we'll take it. And once I saw it, I figured I would do a little investigation online. Brought up the die cut website. That is the CU 5 cent 1981p 02. We've got the exact same die cut as that. I'll definitely take it. I've been looking for die cut airs. I love myself some die cut airs. I have a few amazing die cuts on some Lincoln cents, but this is my first die cut on a nickel for my collection. Good find. We'll take that. And believe it or not, in the first 5 rolls, other than the Canadian, it is our first find. Same roll, and I thought I had a proof for a second at distance, but that's a Denver mint mark. Either way, that's a pretty nice strike on a 1969D. Too bad it's got a scratch across it, but that's a beauty. I'll be pulling that aside despite the scratching because I do love the way it looks. Roll number 8 of box 2. Got our first 40s nickel. 1941 Philadelphia. Roll number 9. Another 40s nickel find. A 1946 S. 1 year off silver. We're on roll 23 of box 2, and it's just the 1960. But look at this 1960. Stunner. Roll 31 of the bank box. And, hello. We have been looking for these. No mint mark. Pretty worn. Probably in the early 30s, maybe late 20s. Or maybe no date that we can see. But let's take a look. Man, I don't know if I'm going to get a date on that. Let me spend a few minutes on it. See if I can extract a date without Nic-A-Dating. All right, I'm back. I haven't Nic-A-Dated it, but taking a look at it, I think it's going to be a teens. I think I can make out the top of a 1 before the last number. That means nothing. I've been wrong before. Let me Nic-A-Date it. See if I called it. I think it's a 19 something as far as a teens number. You can see the little raised element right in the middle. Figured I'd just go ahead and Nic-A-Date it live. Why not? We have time. Let's put a little dot right there. We'll just slightly move that fluid around. You can use a toothpick. You don't have to use something metal like I do. It's just that it's right here ready to go. We'll let that sit there for a little bit and let it do its magic. It's already darkening pretty good. All right, let me wash it off and I'll be right back. As you can see, we've got a 1919 Nic-A-Dated Buffalo nickel, minted in Philly. I definitely did see the 1 there. I didn't know what the last digit was, and it ends up being a 1919. I'll take it. Can't get mad at that. The 2-box hunt has so far produced a die cut air, a silver, and a 1919 Philadelphia minted Buffalo. And of course, a 1951S semi-key date. Roll 32. A 1941 Philadelphia. Roll 34. We've got ourselves a 1947 San Francisco. 1 year off being a semi-key date. That's a 48S. Let's get back to the hunt and check out this ugly one. 1939. Thought it was just going to be another metal detecting find, and it might be, but it is a 1939. Is there a mint mark? I think there is a mint mark. 39D. That is a key date, my friends. It is pretty toasty, but it is a 39D. We'll add it to the board and get back to the hunt. Roll 35 and literally the second coin in, I already saw it. The reverse looked old. I saw the D mint mark, flipped it. It's a 42. So another 42 non-silver nickel. But this one has a D mint mark. And I do want to check it for the D over horizontal D, which I don't see. There's a lot of damage and some gunk on it, but I'm not seeing the D over horizontal D. So, not it. Still a cool find. Our second 42 of the hunt. I'll take it all day. Roll 36. A 1947 San Francisco. Roll number 50 is going to give us another find. 1948 Philadelphia. And unless we find something else, I'll be back with a wrap-up. So the second box of 50 nickels from Wells Fargo has been hunted. 100 rolls in total. We had 8 in the 50s and 7 in the 40s. So a little bit lighter on the Jefferson Nickels. We did get 3 2009s and a Canadian. For my cool finds, I'm keeping that 69 and that 1960. And then, of course, you can't get mad at these 3 finds. A 1981 nickel with a die cut. Beautiful. A 1919, albeit Nic-A-Dated Buffalo nickel. I'll take it. And even though it's a little bit corroded, a 1939 Denver minted key date Jefferson nickel. When I take this box finds along with the other box keeper coins, that's a pretty good hunt. Hopefully you enjoyed this 2-box hunt. We got a Buffalo, a War nickel, we got a mint air, we got a semi-key date, a key date, and a few beauties for the collection. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting. and thanks for watching. We didn't get a lot more silver, but we got more silver for the 2020 silver jar.